Let's see, 1927 in the afternoon? Well, I think that's still plenty of time left in the day to get a few things done, and welcome back to Let's Play Look Outside, checking out the new content update. And of course, one of the things that we should be checking out more often is the updated and buffed cooking abilities, because we kind of need it. Now, something that's important to note about Audrey is that any healing items that we use on her will be half as effective as if they were used on any other characters, but that does not apply to cooked meals, so those are a good way to keep her abilities topped off. Incidentally, as we level up our cooking skills, we're more likely to produce leftovers, itself a pretty useful thing. Let's see, we will make some frozen veggies with some raw beef. You also notice that I did not get a after meal chat there. Those are less common as of the new update, so you won't always see one if there's anything queued up after eating as of the new update. Our cooking skill has increased to level 2, and we're a cooking dabbler. And, Joelle, come on, I totally went out all the time. Yeah, alright. You just stay in your room and play video games all day. You can't fool me. For some reason, you feel like you're being judged by this child. Oh, Joelle, you wound me. Wound me, I say. Anyways, we've got something pretty big that we're going to be taking care of today. Now, it would probably be smarter to do other, easier things before I got into this, but screw that, man. Let's go and do the hardest thing possible. But we probably shouldn't go into it half-cocked, so let's go visit Eugene and get some supplies, because I'm sure he's got some goodies for us, and I am all about getting some goodies. In particular, what we could really use is some throwing items, so I was thinking of buying some materials, but I can just buy most of what I want directly. Obviously, we're going to want the acid flasks. We're going to haggle $29 off that price. Fortunately, we are pretty well set on cash after dipping into the Landlord dungeon. We will have to be mindful of how much we end the day with. I'm also going to get this fireman's axe over here, which isn't going to be that useful right now, but will come in handy later. Also want to get some shotgun shells over here. We will haggle that down. Unfortunately, Eugene is done haggling for the day, so not going to be able to get any more out of him from that. And what do we got over here? A tie. Lucky tie. Helps resist most status effects. Probably not that useful for me. Let me see. How am I doing on first aid kits? I don't think I have any. So yeah, we'll definitely want to buy some first aid kits. 2 of them is fine enough. That took most of my money, but that's not going to be a big deal. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up lay here with the shotgun. Do I got any more equipment? Doesn't look like Eugene is selling any footwear at this moment, so we're going to pass on that. Let's make sure our shotgun is fully loaded. Make sure that we have the best weapon possible on Sam. So let's see, we're kind of stuck with just cracked cleavers, I'm afraid. And those are still our strongest weapons, so guess I'm good there. Let's see, anything else I can give to Joelle? Nope, I've hooked him up. And of course, Audrey, you know, she kind of limited in her options. Alright, well, with that taken care of, I guess it's time to get into what we want to get into, because, well, no time like the present. Now, like I said, it would probably be in your best interest to take on some easier bits of content and level up a bit before getting to what I'm about to do, but where's the fun in that? So, now that I know that Eugene is mostly selling stuff that'll help out a ton with the coming battles we're about to get into, and yes, oh, by the way, I popped the, fungal growth on this door and collected some of the ammunition and supplies from there as well. But, we've got supplies for what's going on in Ernest's apartment. Colonel Squeakums! How could you? He's gone. Yeah, I'll bet. What did you do? The labyrinth rats. I fought back, but there were too many of them. Wait, the labyrinth rats? What happened? He wasn't trying to cause any trouble, really. We were just hungry. We didn't realize how deep in their territory we'd gone. I'm okay, but Ernest, they took him. He was just looking for food. He didn't mean to go on their turf. They took him to the lair. We can get him. We can save him. You can help, right? Oh, okay, lead me to the lair. Okay, follow me. We gotta be quick. They're gonna... Just follow, okay? Well, okay. Now, if you do not have the Rusty Crown, do not attack Colonel Squeakums at this moment. It's obviously a bit harder to tell that this was a setup, but with the Rusty Crown, we know full well that Colonel Squeakums means us no harm, and instead he wants our help. So let's just follow along with him, and keep following, and hey, where are you going? Oh. Hey! Nice little expansion trick he did there. You hear the squeaking of thousands of rats. You have a very bad feeling about this. Well, I'm going to ignore that feeling. A terrible stench fills the air. A cacophony of rat voices screech at you. Go away! You're not welcome here! Boo! Disgusting human! Shoo! Take that crown off! Imposter! Hussar! Fake rat! Hairless! Well, I think we're going to have to go all in on taking these guys out. Let's go with as many AoE skills as we can. Let's have, Joelle toss a grenade at these things, and let's go for a, machine tackle on the main swarm. Hopefully we don't get beat up too badly in this encounter. Fortunately, my team is pretty fast, so we're able to mostly go before these guys get a chance to wail on us, which is all the better, really, because we have limited healing supplies to work with at this point. Oof, looks like the wave is crashing down on everybody. More rat voices scream insults at you. Loner! Food waster! Greasy! Whiskerless! Ugly! Diurnal! Hey, I have feelings too, you know. Hey, good job, Colonel Squeakums. Ah, he is... Dude, he is going for it. Colonel Squeakums! Nice! Let's see here. I'm just going to go for a point-blank shot on the swarm. Let's have Joelle gum up the works. Any bit of HP recovery he can do to himself is probably a good idea. As you can see, he also gets a little bit of recovery there just by using gum up the works. These guys are a little resistant to the shotgun, but with enough pressure placed on them, we defeat them with relatively little difficulty and get a rat tail belt. Very nice. That's going to help out a ton with Sam. The endless swarm of rats has closed the way up behind you. The way out of rat hell is through. And we are in a new mini dungeon in Look Outside, Rat Hell. Also got some new kickin' music tracks playing as we make our way through here. What I'm gonna do with Sam is give him the rat tail belt. That'll make his jumping strikes way stronger. We should probably equip some accessories here. Let's give him the jade earrings real quick. And let's keep on going. Deeper and deeper into rat hell. Hopefully not all of these things want to dive on us. Colonel Squeakums, what's up? This way, quick. The arena, it's up there. They're gonna kill Ernest in front of everyone. Ahead, there are 2 rats. They're tough, but I think you can take them out with a knife or spear. The green one's got poison, but he can't take the heat if you read me. The lantern one's a pyro, but acid will do him in. I think you better be prepared for more of them too. Alright, I think I can handle this. You're not welcome in our world, human. I'll set you on fire, motherfucker! Okay, well, let's go all in on damage on the guy on the left. Joelle, hit that guy on the right with an acid flask. And Audrey, you just stick to the machine tackle, the one on the left. The Ernest will pay for his crimes. I'm an invincible killing machine. Look at me! Fortunately, these guys shouldn't take too much effort from our team to take down. Quick acid flask on the guy on the left, and he is reeling from that. The lantern flash, a little brutal on Audrey there. Her machine tackle is not guaranteed to hit, so it can definitely impede her damage capabilities when she is blinded like that. Fortunately, we got pretty lucky there. And Colonel Squeakums, he is still mad. There we go. Sam's party was victorious. Get a good amount of experience there. Joelle gets biting armor. By the way, if Joelle uses gum up the works on himself now, he no longer bites himself when you if you have biting armor in effect. Let's get some healing on everybody. Now, note Audrey here. She does not get healed nearly as much from our healing items, so yeah, we have to use a lot more bandages on her in order to top her off. We'll also make use of our leftovers here, give everybody a quick shot of top off, and there we go. Juice box to Audrey there. Definitely make sure Audrey has plenty of stamina to work with, because she cannot do much without machine tackle. It's getting late. You should probably go back home and sleep. I think we're a little bit past the point where we can easily do that. Heading into... Oh. Hello. Emphasis on hell. I scouted ahead. We're halfway there, but there are 3 warriors blocking the way. I saw the one with the shield protecting the others. Maybe you can try to crush his shield. Well, Audrey should be able to take care of that. The mace guy's got powerful stunning blows, so be careful. Try to get him with a knife or a spear. The one in the back throws nets. He's definitely the most dangerous. Maybe you can pierce and shoot him through his nets. Take him out first. Alright, let's make sure that Lay is loaded here. We definitely need to hit those wide blasts right away. And, yeah, okay. I don't need to talk to Colonel Squeakums again. Ooh, The music's really heating up. Look what the cat dragged in. Does the ape thing think it's a hero? Smash your head in. Alright, you guys are asking for this. Let's see. We'll take out the netting guy at Colonel Squeakum's behest. Let's do a wide blast there. We will have Joelle throw a grenade at these guys. And Audrey, machine tackle the guy on the right. Your friend, he's as good as dead. When we're done with him, we'll kill his traitorous little rat friend too. You getting tired, huh? And yeah, it looks like he's going in for the protection there. This grenade should deal wonderful damage for us, though. Yes, the Retarius is already out. And with that wide blast, we should still deal some pretty good damage to both of these guys. Oh, maybe not. But the machine tackle, woof! Audrey! Yes, Colonel Squeakum's get him. That's another one out. The rodent cuter is done. Or rather, that was the... No, that was the rodent cuter, and this one's the brain rattler? Yes. Alright, let's just do a point-blank shot on him, have Joelle bite him down, and let's go for the machine tackle from Audrey there. Ooh, nice! Also, I'm not sure why that G-Force overlay thing popped up, but whatever. Tons of experience, too. Sam is level 9, Lay is level 9, Joelle is level 9, and hey! Audrey has learned her most useless skill, Refreshments. Costs 35 stamina and gives that amount of stamina to the rest of your party. Not a good idea, because Audrey cannot recover stamina very easily. But that's those guys taken care of. Let's make our way on and hopefully get the hell out of Rat Hell. Deeper and deeper into rat hell. What do we got here, Colonel Squeakums? This is it. Ernest is just past these two. You got a choice, Sam. The beast or the champion. You can pick either one. The beast is the big one on the left. Terrifying. Try to slash and shoot him up before he can take you out. The champion on the right only duels one person. You get to choose who he fights. His armor looks sturdy, but I think you can crush it. Maybe acid, too. See if you can blind him. But I won't be able to help if you take on the champ. Well, let's get into a fight with this guy right here, since we can use our entire party. Crush the bones! Ooh, boy. This guy means business, but I think we can take him. Let's go for a deep cut on this guy. Do a point-blank shot here. Joelle, go with the acid flask. This is exactly what we bought these for. And Audrey, of course, can do her machine tackle. Rend the flesh! And he's bleeding out a little bit. Probably not going to be super necessary, because we've got tons of damage coming this guy's way. Oh, yeah, beautiful point-blank shot there. Dude! At least give him a chance to fight back. Jeez. And Lay learned how to scream. Well, you know what? Since we're here anyway, why don't we take on the champ? The rat champion bows his head. You can come through. Oh, I guess we can only... maybe I'll come back and fight the rat champ later. What I was gonna do is I was just gonna have Audrey throw an acid flask at him, and then follow up with a machine tackle if he survives that. Regardless, we're through, and Ernest! I'm free! I'm free! I'm free! Oh, yeah, I'm free! You're a weird guy, Ernest, but I couldn't let those bullies get away with it. Oh, Sam, I think nobody remembered old Ernest. I don't know how to say this. I used to be the guy you see right now. It's tough out there alone. I guess the Ernest I used to be became this Ernest. I guess this ain't the world I'm used to anymore. Maybe I can't go it alone. If you're willing to accept me, I'll do whatever it takes to pay you back. By the way, did you know those rats were working for the CIA? I'll wait for you back at your place. And with that, rat hell cleared, Ernest has permanently joined us. This is the new means to permanently get Ernest onto your team. And as an added bonus, we got a ton of experience points for going through that quest. Wonderful stuff to see there. Oh, this guy, he has the misfortune of being in our way, so we're just going to take him out real quick. But yes, now we have access to Ernest permanently. Don't have to worry about doing anything else to get him to join us. Don't have to randomly feed him 3 times anymore. Just a wonderful thing to have at our disposal. So, now, this is where the video is going to become a little bit more disjointed, as what we mostly have to go through now is just reworked, oh, I got elbow pads from that guy, and Round Saw Jaw relearned on Joelle, though we're actually going to be subbing him out for Ernest, because we've seen plenty of him already. Apologies to those who enjoy a little bit of Tiburon whenever Joelle attacks. But yes, now we're mostly going to be seeing touched-up content going into the rest of the video. So let's get to work on that, and let's get Ernest into our party right away. We'll, of course, have Joelle just sit out, play a little bit of Super Jump Lad, and yeah, he can relax for a bit. He's done good work for us. Joelle, it's time for you to take a break, manage the party, and just stay behind, Joelle. Hang out here. Okay, and get Ernest onto the team. Fancy running to you here. What can old Ernest do for you? Join me, Ernest. Ernest will show you a thing or two. Okay, and, well, I'll just bum around my apartment and we'll get into the next day. Starting off the next day in a good way, we've got the gun trader here. So let's see what this guy is selling. We also can probably liquidate some items that we have to get a little bit of the money back that I just, threw at Eugene. But hey, that's also good for unlocking more of Eugene's inventory, so it works out like that. Let's see here. We'll sell off some of our treasures. Sadly, we don't have a coin collection to sell anymore, but I needed to use it for the purpose of Audrey, and I think everyone can say that is worthwhile. Sell off this urn, this old picture, this musical box, this stack of magazines, a stack of dirty magazines. Don't mind that they're sticking together a little bit. Sell off this handbag. Of course, can sell off our simple keys since we don't need them anymore, and yeah, I think we should be good on that. What else are you selling for me? Let's see, high caliber bullets. Well, we don't have a high caliber rifle, so that's not that helpful to me. A machete, on the other hand, now that could be quite useful. Oh, he's selling the Magnum. Don't have anywhere near enough money for that, though. Probably would be... let's just buy up, a good chunk of his handgun ammo. What the hell, we'll buy the rest of it, why not? There we go, okay. We'll see ya out on your way. Good doing business with you. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Now, I'll save my game, and let's get into the decorum of the day. Hey there, little buddy. You're not so bad, huh? Old Ernest used to have a friend just like you, even before I met the Colonel. Eh? There was another? Ernest sits down with the infant rat and unceremoniously plops the child in his lap. It makes a disconcerting mew sound, but seems otherwise unharmed. Ooh, you stink, bud. Yeah, that makes two of us. He runs his grubby fingers through the rat baby's fur, playfully scritching its back. Although it seems bewildered at first, the rat baby looks quite satisfied after a moment. Yep, I had a rat named Charlie. Looked just like you, but even bigger. And dumber. Just take him on road trips. How's that sound, little buddy? You know, Ernest hitting the road someday? Living off the land, crooning for our supper? Nice to see that he's getting along with Fievel here. Hi Audrey. Here, I'd like a juice box, please. Joel cautiously tiptoes up to Audrey's coin slot and gingerly places in 2 quarters. He nervously pulls his fingers away and anxiously watches. After a moment of silence, gears whir and something thumps to the bottom of Audrey's compartment. Joel glances at it, but doesn't reach for it. Oh, thank you, Audrey. You're not gonna bite me, are you? An aluminum can clunks down into Audrey's bottom compartment. After anxiously fidgeting for a moment, Joel cautiously reaches for it. You don't have to worry, Joel. I promise I'm a nice vending machine. Okay. Thank you, Audrey. Joel more confidently reaches into the compartment and grabs the juice box. See ya. Yeah, Audrey has plenty of interactions with the rest of our party, and I'm sure we'll get to see a couple as the game goes on. Once again, there's some kind of taxidermized sculpture in front of this apartment over here. I think this is apartment 30. Regardless, keep this guy in mind for later, because he has been buffed again. Yes, there has been even more reworks done to the taxidermy apartment, and this guy was a recipient of a pretty significant change, though the taxidermy dungeon in general has had its, shall we say, general aesthetics improved. Anyways, we're heading into the alternative apartment 33 here, because a couple changes have been made to the enemies in this area. First off, let's talk to this guy over here. Oh, it's you, the sleeper. You see me? This time? How are you? How are you? I got a bone to pick with you. We're going to hit this guy with some DOT effects, because they have quite a bit to say, and I want to make sure I don't accidentally advance the fight too quickly. So we can just nail this guy with some bleed effects, and wait for him to slowly bleed out, and let his dialogue come through. Incidentally, the effects, or rather the text for the bleed effects, why do you sleep in my room? Why? I live here. You sleep a very long time, for weeks at a time, when there is so much work to do! You seem a little confused, friend. Hopefully Colonel Squeakums doesn't kill this guy prematurely. Anyways, now we'll just guard and see what else he has to say. The enemies in this alternative apartment 33 have got some pretty interesting things to talk about, and if you're curious about some of the text that pops up while you're wandering around your apartment, well, we're gonna get some explanation for that. You have work to do. You have work to do. Work to do. Your next assignment. Please bash my brains in. Sugar on top. Be quick about it. Chop, chop. This guy seems to have a few problems. A few screws loose, you might say. Regardless, we'll just let him wail on us for a bit. As long as we're guarding. Nice! Got a good dodge there. The Colonel Squeakums pretty regularly blinds enemies. I love this. I think. You got anything else for me, pal? But yeah, Colonel Squeakums blinding the enemies occasionally helps out quite a bit in mitigating incoming damage. It's another good thing about having Ernest in the party. Unfortunately, a bit of confusion coming in on Lay there, which pretty understandable, I suppose. His bleeding is going down, and Colonel Squeakums finishes him. Not exactly how quickly I wanted to fight the end. I was wondering if he'd have anything else to say, but I think we got through most of his text. Next up over here, we got Stretchface. What is it this time? Brushing your teeth? Shower? Something else? I can hold it together. I've been here for years. I know I can do it. Well, once again, we'll get the bleed going on him. I gave Ernest the rat claws from the Rat Freak, so that'll be a decent little damage-dealing option for him, as well as obviously being quite good for setting up a bleed effect on the enemy. This guy's proving to be pretty resistant to the bleed effect. Wait, I can touch you. That's new. Are you stuck with us now? Oh, that's sad. You'll need some help. Every minute out there is 23 in here. Did you know that? It's not a good thing. We probably should try to get a little bit more bleed going on this guy, just to make sure the fight is going as quickly as possible. Quickly and efficiently as possible. So, another round of deep cut, and another round of furious slashes, and of course, Sam is just missing like crazy. Granted, I did take the glasses off of him, so his critical... Ah! Oh well, couldn't hold it. Feels weird. Thinking he's odd now. Wide thoughts. This ever happened to you? Can't say that it has, pal. Anyways, we're just gonna guard now, see what else he has to say. Colonel Squeakums will chip him away, bit by bit. Ditto for the bleed there. And he is blinded, so ideally, with our guard up, we should, I like it better that way. Maybe you would too. Let's see if you like it. Hang on. I would rather not. I don't think I'd tank that quite as well as you have, my friend. Anything else for me, Stretchface? Now, there is one person who has quite a bit more to say, and it's pretty significant, and there is actually a reason to have the fight go on for a while. Just need to yank your head a bit. We can put it back if you don't like. Alright, I think that's it for what this guy has to say, so we'll start going to town on him. Go for the jump attack here, just give him a quick swipe with the axe there, do a machine tackle, and hopefully Ernest won't die. But I did buy those first aid kits, so we should be set on that. Alright, that guy's taken care of. There's still one more enemy to deal with here, but let me take care of the rest of the stuff in the apartment real quick, and obviously we'll meet him on the way back once he actually spawns in. And on our return trip, well, not that we haven't seen this person before, but they have a lot more to say now. Spine. Ah, here you are. Glad we finally meet. Face to face, I mean. Been here with you for a long time, ever since I was remade. I think sometimes you feel me. You feel my presence. You feel my touch, my breath in your ear, my back brush against your legs. Yes, if you've ever been wondering what those messages are, like you feel something wet brush against your leg, well, Spine would be the answer to that. And Spine has quite a lot to say. Now, I'm not going to go too hard on Spine here. I don't want to prematurely kill them. Unlike the other enemies. Oh, wow. That's, the cracked cleaver has broken. Do you like it when my spine tickles you? When you sleep, I like to crawl in with you. I hold you close. Think of me as your guardian angel. Now, hopefully, Colonel Squeakums does not kill Spine, and, oof, that's some serious damage that Spine is taking there. Maybe I should have left Ernest behind. Oh well, not a super big deal. I can just reload to show off the other thing, if I need to. As always, it's what makes saving with Sybil so helpful. Plus, maybe if I remake you like me, we can be together, for real. Wouldn't that be nice? We would live here instead, not in your place where the light is too bright. It's a bit different, but you'll get used to it, once you can see what it's really like. I think I'll pass on that. Let me see here. Just wondering, like, if I could feed Colonel Squeakums in battle. Of course, I used up my cheese for healing, so... Ooh, Ernest has taken some nasty damage there. Home is where the heart is. Okay, that's actually good that their bleeding is getting reduced, because, again, I don't want Colonel Squeakums to actually finish them off. They have pretty good defense, so I don't think Colonel Squeakums will be able to quite punch through them. But, this fight is long... I don't understand. Why are you fighting? Are you scared? But we lived together for so long. Isn't this what you want? Okay. Blinded, bleeding heavily. Ernest is bleeding out there. We're probably going to have to use a first aid kit on Ernest. Okay. Spine bites down. Ernest is hanging in there. This is not going the way I thought it would. I thought you would welcome this. No, impossible. This can't be wrong. I think you just need some time. I'll back off. I'll let you go. You just aren't ready yet. You just need some time to think it through. I understand. Alright, we'll spare you, Spine. If you ever change your mind, I'll be waiting here. Just say the word, and I'll remake you. We'll never be alone again. In the meantime, I'll be watching, of course. I'm stuck here after all. But I'll give you space. I've waited here for so long. What's a few more years? And yes, if you manage to prolong the battle with Spine enough, and their HP gets low enough, you will be able to spare them, and that will change some of their interactions with you in the normal apartment, but also, we have the offer on the table, whenever we want, to return to be remade, whatever that entails. Anyways, I should probably go back to the apartment and eat real quick, and then we can move on to the next point of interest. Food is ready. You call everyone to the kitchen to grab something. Ernest, napping on the couch, doesn't hear you. Lay pauses momentarily as she passes the sleeping Ernest. She turns toward him and stares for seconds. Her hand slowly moves towards his neck, hovers just above it. Her eyes glint menacingly as her hand hovers above his neck. And then she shakes his shoulder. Ernest leaps off the couch and yelps in surprise. Jeez Louise, lady, you scared the living daylights out of me. Food is ready. Hey, hey, hey. By the way, I've been advancing the quest with the Shadow in my own time. We may as well recruit him again, although nothing too interesting has happened with this guy as the previous updates. Or rather, compared to when I last showed him in the LP, he still gives you a random smattering of items that aren't particularly useful every day. So, you know, it's there, but, you know, just for the fun of it, may as well recruit him. Makes our apartment feel so filled in. While I'm thinking of it, I'm going to complete the laundry room side quest, because, you know, it would be nice if you give Jeanne her laundry. So let me just defeat the worm. I don't think anything too interesting has been done with him. Actually, one thing that I should remark on, now I've defeated the worm, he just says crawl with me, and then we kill him. To get the load of clothes for Jeanne, you actually have to check a washer now. It is not, held by the worm anymore. And also, it is worth noting that there is actually something to be done with the laundry, so keep it in mind. I think I could use some wisdom before I get into any intense battles, Toilet Man. What do you got for me? When you make a promise, keep your word. Unless it's inconvenient, then betray, betray, betray! Okay, I'll take your word for it. Also, I got into a fight with the crawling hand. I was just checking out, Mutt's inventory, because there's a very particular accessory that I would love to get when he sells it, and definitely I'll be checking every day for that. Also, by defeating that guy and getting Ernest to level 7, he has learned the Song of Defense. Pretty helpful. Alright, with those little detours taken care of, it's time to go through the Landlord's dungeon. Now, there are some miscellaneous changes that are worth commenting on with this place. The most important to know is that most enemies in this dungeon have had their HP increased pretty considerably. So, that's just something to keep in mind. However, the general number of enemies has been reduced, and also there are some brand new enemies to see, so obviously I'll be cutting into those, but otherwise a lot of the stuff is the same, so this is mostly just going to be a highlight reel. Oh, actually, I just noticed there, also, it's finally been corrected. If you caught really quickly at the end of that battle there, enemies now actually properly drop dog tags, or rather, have the chance to drop dog tags like they were always supposed to. So now you can actually get more money from the dog tag trader, so keep your eyes peeled for how many dog tags you end up getting. I would just like to point out that the Radio Man still is a non-functional quest. Not everything has been polished up with the Landlord dungeon quite yet. There are still a few bits of unimplemented content. However, one thing that isn't unimplemented, well, maybe it is that there is a new enemy over here, and although they are not distinct from the other soldiers we typically see, yes, we have a new melee-focused type soldier, the bayonets. Not anything too threatening. In fact, honestly, they seem to have about the same amount of HP as the other guys, so it's not too difficult to take these guys down, but worth showing off. As you can probably imagine, these guys mostly stick to just stabbing you with said bayonets, and when they are distant like that, they actually, of course, have to close said distance in order to attack you. Not anything too threatening, but I thought it was cool that there was something new to fight in this dungeon. Hey, I got some SMG bullets and shotgun shells from an ammo crate. Very, very nice. Sadly, before I was about to get into a more interesting part of the Landlord's dungeon, as you can see, Audrey is out of stamina, and our only real effective way, or at the very least our only real cost-effective way to restore her stamina is to go back to the apartment and cook, or go to sleep and let some of her stamina restore overnight. Regardless, while we're heading back that way, I think it's a good time to pop in on Jeanne, because her quest has been changed up ever so slightly. There's a couple more things to see with her this go-around. So nice to see you, friend. Please help. I'm out of control. I don't know what to do. Come in. Help yourself. Make yourself comfortable. Stay away. They'll eat you. Like before, it's mostly just going to come down to spamming cleave as well as throwing grenades every now and again. The creature is sobbing. Is this what's become of Jeanne? You're back. Oh, things went from bad to worse. Make it stop. Make them stop. Please. Can't take it anymore. I can't control them. They kill people. They grab them from the hall, from the other rooms. I can feel them eating. I taste them. I feel them squirm. I can't do anything about it. We've killed so many already. Please do something. Anything. What can I do? Stop them. Just stop them. I don't care how. My main body, over there. If you kill it, you'll kill all of them. Just do it. Won't that kill you too? Oh no. Who cares? Do it. Just don't leave me in this hell. I can't take it anymore. Obviously, we're going to save Jeanne, so let me take care of these things. Also, if you're curious about what Keep the Change is capable of, the answer is not much. While I'm hacking my way through these guys, it's worth noting that they've had their slash weakness removed, so cleave isn't quite as effective as it was in previous patches, so you do definitely want to have some grenades on hand for these big encounters with these Hydra nubs. Otherwise, you're going to be running some problem pretty quickly, especially because Audrey is completely tapped out for stamina, so we can't really do much with her in this current encounter. Alright, all the nubs have been defeated, and now it's time to claim our sweet, sweet rewards. Oh, studded jacket. How I've missed you. I can't wait to see your awesome... What happened to the studded jacket's defense? It gave me like 19 defense last time I equipped it. Well, this is something that hasn't really had an opportunity to come up yet, but most pieces of equipment in the game have had their defense values heavily, and I mean heavily, dropped. A lot of the late game equipment has had its defense roughly halved, so yeah, your armor isn't quite as powerful this go around in Look Outside. It's a little frustrating, but I get why. A lot of the endgame armor was so powerful, you were practically unkillable when you had it, so I understand why this change was made. Regardless, let's talk to Jeanne, because her reaction to once we kill all the nubs is a little bit different this time around. It's over. They're all gone. Thank you so much. I don't know how I can repay you. You saved me from hell. For now, that's all I have. Take it. Now, we get the elixir like normal, but I need some time alone. I think I need to process this. Sorry, I didn't mean to kick you out or anything. You did so much for me. Can you please, check on me tomorrow? I just need some time. Well, that's different. She didn't really say anything after we rescued her last time. Oh, hey, by the way, I actually learned the actual name of these guys. They're actually called Nightmares. I've just been calling them, like, Shadows and Shades. But Nightmare is the actual name. I'm going to kill this one right here, because the black ooze that they can potentially drop has some interesting uses now. Also, oof, that's a pretty hefty attack from them. Let's see. Looking, please give me something? No black oozes. Oh, well, maybe we'll get a chance on my way back. While I was cooking to recover my party, our cooking skill has increased to level 3. You're now a kitchen novice. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. When life gives you apocalypse, oh, whatever. In spite of it all, you feel pretty good right now. Good to hear, Sam. Good to hear. Let's get back to Mr. Henderson's apartment now. Alright, here we are back out in the bombed out courtyard, and one thing to note is that signs have been posted on the inner walls helping to direct you to the exit if you are lost. Also worth noting is the Minesweeper over here. Not anything particular about himself, he still says all the same things, he still gives you the metal detector, but he said, remember how you said you could practice defusing? Well, now you actually can. Chirp chirp. The tame landmine clicks and whirs in approval and gives you a thumbs up. You successfully defused it. Good job. Now close your eyes as she goes to hide again. But yes, you can actually practice defusing now. One thing to note is that the number of mines within the actual courtyard has been reduced. One other thing to note is there's still no treasure to dig for in this game. That is currently still an unimplemented quest. However, there are some other notable things to take care of in this courtyard. Not among those new things is the guy with the sapper charges. He only gives you, or rather, he still gives you the 2 charges, but again, there's only the 1 wall to blow, and I don't believe you can even make any new charges. Anyways, on to something more interesting. Hello! That wasn't in the previous update. Well, looks like we've got a little armored patrol car to deal with. Armored patrol car, if you will. And this is the new enemy that has been added to the courtyard area. There is a bit more going on with this guy than meets the eye. As you can probably imagine, there is quite a few guys kicking around inside that thing. Let's actually get our... let me see here. Let's get our Song of Defense up. As you can see, my HP is getting quite low, and I'm pretty light on healing items, so I do have to be pretty careful with how much damage we're taking here. Let's get the defenses bolstered, and then we will continue to wail on this guy. What could this guy even possibly hope to do? Oof, the reckless driving is a little nasty, I'm afraid. The APC is bleeding horribly. It has been blinded. That actually helps out a ton. Thank you, Colonel Sweekums. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll go for a cleave, just to be a little predictive there. And let's see here. I'm actually going to have Ernest throw out a grenade. Okay. Hopefully this gets us to the highlights. That shouldn't be a problem. Audrey is blinded. That's actually a very unfortunate proc on that. Okay, here comes the grenade. I'll just go ahead and say it. Eventually this guy is going to spit out more... Yes, more soldiers pour out. Okay. What we're going to do here is we're going to jump attack the one on the right, go for another cleave here. We're out of SP to do, or stamina to do a machine tackle, and we'll have Ernest throw another grenade. My last one, so hopefully this one does what I need it to. Oof. Oh boy. Yeah, this is looking a little dicey here. Oh no, there goes Sam. Luckily Ernest is still in. Oh no, he's not. Oh, that's a disaster. That's a big problem right there. Reckless driving coming through. Luckily, we've still got the 1 grenade, so let's have Audrey do it. Audrey has tons of defense, so ideally she can hold out here. She is blinded, which is pretty unfortunate. That does mean this grenade has a chance to miss. Oof, okay, that's the APC out. That's that guy damaged. Oh man, these guys are resistant to that. That is very unfortunate. I'm going to have to go into desperation mode and use an acid flask just to be sure that I kill one of these guys. I think that's where I'm going to have to call it an expedition here. Oh, geez Louise, that did not go very well. Alright, this guy I can just finish off by chucking table knives at him. Fortunately, throw that at him, and you know what, go for another one. Yeah, my lack of supplies really is holding me back here, so we'll definitely have to go and call it an evening. Audrey is no longer blinded. Sam's party was victorious. Ammo crate found, 2 ammo belts, some dog tags, some more dog tags. But more importantly than that, Audrey looks through the wreckage of the APC. She found the tank tracks. There are certain mechanical enemies that when you defeat them, they will drop a piece of body gear for Audrey that provide her some significant stat bonuses. In particular, the tank tracks give her a huge boost to her agility, making her machine tackle even stronger. If we can stack that with some HP and defense boosts, we can really lay out some hurt with that. So that's going to do some good work for us. For right now, though, we're just going to have to go back to the apartment and sleep off this pain that we've suffered. You think about that time you kissed Lyle. It was kinda cute. That warm, glassy feel, the strange curvature, felt like you were kissing an orb. But it's clear that you made him really happy. It was cute. Really. Clearly isn't fully human anymore, but he's kind of adorable. You shower for about half an hour. Yeah, that's one of Sam's various shower thoughts. Just as you fall asleep, you think you hear Spine's raspy voice whisper, "Good night." Good night, Spine. Audrey has performed repairs on herself. So, in addition, oh hey, Fievel has also grown up. So much is happening all at once. So, Audrey will repair herself overnight, restoring a significant amount of her HP. Additionally, if you spared Spine, you will occasionally get interactions with them when you go to bed. Interesting stuff happening there. And let me just talk to my plant real quick. Hey, I recognize you. You're that vending machine from the first floor that almost took my hand off. You're not sure, but did Audrey's paint just become a little bit more red? A can plunks down into her delivery compartment. I'm sorry. Ooh, no skid off my back. You gotta do what you gotta do, right, Colonel? That's awfully forgiving for a guy who almost lost a limb. Things were different back then. I had to do unpleasant things to survive. I'm sorry that, well... Aw, don't sweat it. Hey, got any beer in there? Oh, Ernest. I'm glad to have this guy around. While we're making our way back to the Landlord dungeon, why don't we pop in on Jeanne, since, you know, a day has passed, technically. So, why don't we just see how she's doing? Hi, Sam! She reaches out for a hug, then realizes what she's about to do and sheepishly aborts the gesture. Aw, nah, come here, give me a hug. She hesitates, but then decides to try it. She sways her sinuous body towards you and awkwardly attempts a quick greeting hug, keeping her myriad claws away from your skin. You get uncomfortably close to the zipper-like line of fangs running down her body. You can't help but think back to the scenes of horror you witnessed when you fought her other heads, the people that were torn apart in jaws just like these. From this close, she could disappear you in an instant. Nobody would ever know what happened to you. She manages a fairly convincing greeting hug. Apart from her worried look, shaky hands, and timid expression, she looks apprehensive, like she's approaching an aggressive animal. She almost looks more worried than you. Oof, that went well. I didn't scratch you anywhere, right? I need to find gloves or something, or a scratching post, like some kind of monster cat. So, I had some rest. I think I'm okay. How you doing? Well, a lot better now, thanks to you. I'm still getting used to what I've become. It's a process. Did you stop growing? I think so. I haven't felt any new heads budding in a little while. I'm afraid that going outside could give me another growth spurt, though. Well, I got something that'll make you feel better. I got your laundry. You what? You hand over her laundry basket. My laundry? You know. Here you go. I forgot about this. Thanks. God. I'm not even laughing. This is horrible. God. Okay, I'm done. Oof. I feel like I'm holding my old life in my hands. It looks so foreign to me already. God, I shouldn't be laughing. But you standing there and handing the basket over? I think I really needed that. Thank you so much. What am I going to do with these now? Can I wear any clothes at all anymore? Well, I can figure this out later. This really cheered me up. Maybe I'll be alright after all. Oh, before I forget, I did say I'd pay you $50 for this. Here, as promised. You received $50. Well, nothing left to be said to Jeanne, but glad we could make her day like that. I'm gonna pop over to Eugene's real quick and see what he's selling, and then we'll continue on. conveniently, Eugene is selling more grenades, so I'm definitely going to buy some of these. I'm also going to take these explosives right here. That'll be very helpful. We definitely need as many throwing items as possible. We've been a little light on good means to deal damage. I can also get this gasoline over here. I'll just pay full price for that. And why not get these work boots as well? We could use some more footwear to go around on our party. Grab this machete right here, because I might need it. A sledgehammer, also very nice. Ah, Eugene, you're a man after my own heart. And hey, he actually has been restocking some of his healing items, so I'll definitely buy some of these first aid kits. And let's get a few more bandages while we're at it. Alright, that should be enough supplies to continue with the Landlord dungeon. Let's go. By the way, just to show something off that I didn't really think to do before, if you get caught by a tamed landmine, you have enough turns to just simply run away from it before it blows up. And if you manage to put distance between yourself and it will then bury itself like it normally does if you just run away from it on the field, making it pretty easy to recollect these guys. So yeah, if you're having trouble with that and you get caught out by these guys, you can just run from them like that. These sappers may have only one use currently, but who can really dispute the value of the reward that they get you? I mean, the war rifle is just ridiculously good, and all this rifle ammo that we get for it as well, beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. Hey, buddy, guess what I got for you? I actually have an appreciable number of dog tags. Yeah, 12 dog tags. $60 for them. Deal? Hell yeah. There we go. Not exactly good money. In fact, there's not a overly large number of enemies to kill in this place, so it's not like you can get a huge amount of bang from them, but at least it's something that resembles a side quest now, and hey, every little bit of money helps, right? Alright, we've made it to the... Oh, what the... I've had it with you freeloaders? What the heck? Oh, somehow I don't have enough... What happened to all my money? I know I had thousands of dollars. I think I might have just overflowed all my money. What the heck? Well, I'm gonna have to make some emergency requisitions here. Hold on. While I was trying to get more money, Audrey has learned her final skill, Spit Can. Spit an empty cola can at a target. Ballistics damage to one target with a chance to stun. It's a bit better than Keep the Change, but still not something I'm a big fan of. I generally just stick to having her spamming the Machine Tackle. Alright, after bumbling around in the courtyard for a few minutes, I finally found the landmine tent. Now I can get $170 and my tame landmine. There we go. I don't know what happened to all my money. I swore I had more, way more than that. Like, didn't I have like $800 or something leaving Eugene's? Oh, whatever. I'll have to check that back. Like, I swear something ate up a ton of my money. I don't know what, but a bunch of it just disappeared into the ether. Alright, there we go. Our last payment has been made. That should have been done a while ago, but whatever, we got it. A basement key is here, but as you can tell, this hallway is a little bit different. It's got different music and sound effects, and there's no enemies in here anymore. Yeah, the enemies were removed from this hallway, and it's a bit more dramatic getting to where the trench digger resides this time around. Hey, speaking of, there he is. Now, something that's been changed about the trench digger's maze is that there are now signs posted. Your lease is up, soldier. Time to move out! Alright, and now it's time for the trench digger battle. But as I was saying, there are now signs posted around this place to help you find your way if you find yourself getting lost. Let's have Ernest throw a acid flask at this guy to get our damage boosted up against him. This guy has been buffed up a little bit, but he's not really that much tougher than the last time I fought him, and we're probably going to just run roughshod on him, because we've got some pretty good items, equipment, and general, or various other things at our disposal. And we also have Audrey giving off her nuclear machine tackles now. I have your security deposit right there. The trench digger readies explosive rounds, and he's gotten a few more animations this time around, and he's also been blinded by Colonel Squeakums. Things are just not going well for this guy. Let's see here. We'll go for another deep cut on him, another machine tackle, and we'll just have Ernest fire some pistol multi-shots. Nice. Dealing some excellent damage there with those jump swings. 3 quick pistol shots, and with the acid and place. Still does pretty appreciable damage. Yeah, we took him down in 2 turns. Not too bad. Get an army jacket for our efforts. And Audrey looks through the wreckage of the Gravedigger, and she finds some tank guns. This is another piece of body equipment. One thing that I hope gets changed for Audrey is currently all of her equipment is body equipment specifically, which I feel like it would be a bit more useful if this got spread around a bit. Regardless, the tank gun will improve her ballistic stat, greatly improving the damage of Spit Can, as well as making the damage of Keep the Change actually something to write home about, or at the very least actually noticeable, as Keep the Change more or less does damage 1-to-1 with her ballistic stats. There are the signs, like I was saying earlier, but that is all that there is left to say about the Landlord dungeon, and indeed that is probably the bulk or the remainder of the content that I really care to go into super in-depth detail of for this video. There's one last thing I'd like to show off though, and the next time we'll be getting into some pretty juicy additions that I'm really looking forward to showing off. Alright, so I was checking out Mutts while I was making my way back, or rather, I thought to check out Mutts while I was doubling back, and he's selling the thing I was hoping he would sell. It doubles the wearer's max HP, but has max stamina. It's yours for $50. The Training Belt. Now, obviously, this means that we're going to have to make more trips to, keep Audrey's stamina topped off, back to the apartment, I mean, if we want to keep using machine tackles, but with that training belt equipped, her HP just rocketed into the stratosphere. What, she's gonna have like 948 HP now? That is very good, very considerable bonus damage to machine tackle if we can keep her at full health, which isn't the most difficult thing in the world if you know what you're doing. So yeah, we're going to be seeing even stronger machine tackles coming out from her. Between that and the tank treads, it's gonna be amazing. By the way, there's a pretty amusing bug where when you first return to your apartment, Audrey will still be overlapping Sam's sprite, even though she's also walking around the apartment. I think it's pretty funny. Also, you feel her accidentally brush past your legs. So, now that we actually know that that is Spine, Sam is more readily able to identify her. Speaking of Spine, she offered us the chance to be remade. I wonder... How nice of you to visit me in person again. I wasn't sure you'd ever step foot here again, to be frank. But, here you are. You must be really considering my offer. I am considering it. I'm very happy to hear that. I can't wait to share my gift with you. I understand your misgivings. It is terrifying to become something new. It's a little bit like dying. I was not given the option to transcend at my own time. I'm sorry that I almost did the same to you. Maybe I had unfinished business too once. I have no idea. My memories of the time before are weak, faded, colorless. I'm not that person anymore, but I owe a lot to them. Maybe I should someday find out about their own unfinished business and attend to it. Give them a little peace. Have you given my author more thought? Is this why you're here? Do you want me to remake you? Yes, remake me, please. I knew you would change your mind. It was only a matter of time. This is our fate together. But I was too hasty at first. I don't want to make this mistake again. Are you sure? Are you sure you want me to remake you? This can never be undone. I'm sure. Please do it. Oh, I'm so happy. I would cry if I still could. Sam's party was defeated. The wretched thing wraps her limbs around you. You feel slick, cold flesh meet to your skin. Bony fingers dig into your back. A rasping breath in your ear. I know you're scared, but don't worry, we're friends. I would never let anything bad happen to you. A skinless hand pokes at your left eyeball. The bony fingertip gently scratches at your lower eyelid. This is going to be scary and painful. Change always is, but in the end, you'll see. It's for the best. We'll never be alone again. Her finger plunges into your eyeball. Teeth, claws, and bones dig into your flesh from every angle. You feel your skin being ripped off, your hair pulled out. You didn't know pain like this was possible before. It's a different, new color of pain. Her back yawns open like a grotesque mouth, and you feel yourself being drawn inside. Muscle fibers entwine into your own. A spine lined with teeth wraps around your body. I feel your heart beating against my lungs. I've needed this so badly. It's so... relaxing. Your limbs are pulled from their sockets. Foreign tendons grab hold of your bones. Nerve endings eagerly coil around yours, connecting at the ends. The excruciating pain fades, replaced by a strange numbness. The electrochemical screams of your body are no longer reaching your brain. The monster breathlessly drinks your pain at the source. Just let me work. You'll love this. Just trust me. This is right. This is for the best. You gasp for air from the confines of her fleshy prison. She has become a living, sadistic operating table. Scores of hands diligently continue their work on your organs as the monster drags herself around the room, looking for spare parts in the nearby mounds of flesh. As pieces of you are added, removed, replaced, as the last piece of your old self is discarded, you slowly come to realize something terrifying. She was right. And thus, Sam is remade. But that's not going to be very useful for us finishing the game now, is it? So we'll just wind that back when we return. And when we return, we're going to be getting into some very fun and exciting side quests. Eager to show off what remains of the game, although, funnily enough, there's not too much that I think is super worth showing off, at least in the context of stuff like updated art assets and the like. But there are still some very significant and substantial side quests that I absolutely have to go over, so I can probably get one more video out of this, and then we'll be going into hibernation until that rumored Halloween update comes along. Should be fun, should be fun. As always, hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, though, goodbye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, no. But it's my right to waste your time.